Hey, what's going on, everybody? So I finally made it to the house, and now I'm going to go ahead and go get back to the point that I was speaking in regards to in my first video, and speaking in regards to God's word, because that's the only reason why I'm speaking on this. Now, to me, when it comes to this situation, with the lady um, doing the reading and conjuring the so-called spirit of MO3, God speaks specifically against those that assume that that's what they're doing. Um, but I'm just going to read what God word saying in regards to that. So, like I said, Deuteronomy chapter 18, verse 10 through 12. If I could turn my phone to show you guys, I would. But if you have a way to reference to it, I'd advise you to do so. So I'm going to read you two versions, King James Version and the English Version. I'm going to reference to both. Um, so now, go back to King James Version. All right, so it says, "There shall not be found among you anyone that maketh his son or his daughter to pass through the fire, or that useth divination, or an observer of times, or an enchanter, or a witch." Now that's verse 10 as the King James Version. Now I'm going to go to the English Version and read you what it says in verse 10, which is Deuteronomy chapter 18, verse 10. I'm just starting right there, so I'm going to read the English Version this time. It says, "There shall not be found among you anyone who burns his son or his daughter as an offering, like a sacrifice. Anyone who practices divination." Now, so we can get the right definition for divination. I want to go and get that so we can understand, because I'm the type, if I'm going to get to doing stuff like this, I want to get it right. I don't want to just, assume or try to make it up. We want to get the literal definition of this. All right, so divination, the definition of divination is the practice of seeking knowledge of the future or the unknown by supernatural means, like a fortune teller. All right, now that we know what divination is, let's go back and read again. Verse 10: "There shall not be found among you anyone that maketh his son or his daughter to pass through the fire, or that uses divination," which we just defined, "or an observer of times, or an enchanter, or a witch." Now, if I go to the English version, also in finishing off verse 10, um, it also says, the way it interprets on this one, it says, "There shall not be found among you anyone who burns his son or daughter or as an offering, anyone who practices divination or tells fortunes or interprets omens, or a sorcerer or a charmer or a medium or a necromancer or one who inquires of the dead." Now, that's going into verse 11 when it says about the or a charmer or a medium or a necromancer or one who inquires of the dead. For, and this is verse 12, "For whoever does these things is an abomination. These things is an abomination to the Lord. And because of these abominations, the Lord your God is driving them out before you." So, let's be honest. If you are a believer in God, now this is the thing that I have to make plain, because this gonna sound a lot different to those that may not really believe in God or read God's word. One of the things that I truly believe in my heart, that anything that's of the spirit, as far as people that have these special gifts and stuff like that, it's coming from the Lord. If it's not coming from the Lord, it's coming from the devil. There's no in betweens. Don't make itself. So that is not of God. He said that they are an abomination. Now, that particular thing is not of God. Now, does is it possible that those people or those having that type of gift exist? Yes, but I believe that God has the ability to utilize that in His own way. It ain't just for no average person to be getting online, you know, talking to folks and you know, cussing, talking about, calling folks a B and, MF for this. And he said my MF and, all this stuff. I'm trying to, be correct about my verse because I don't want to, I want this video to be seen and not blocked out or nothing like that. So what I'm saying, if you watch that lady, even her manner doesn't define God. Now, to me, with that you reading and stuff like that, that's something that's of God. And if you are of God, that ain't, to me, that ain't even the way that you're gonna act when you are doing something for Him. So if you're not doing it for Him, what are you doing it for? And if you're not doing it for Him, then like it need to be questioned. Like, okay, so where is this coming from? Is it to entertain people? What is it about? Because that is really something to toy around with. Number one, it's toying around with the idea of that spirit. I don't agree with that. God's word don't agree with it. So I'm definitely not going to agree with it. Now, moving forward, you have the right to do what you want. Again, anybody can believe what they want to believe. But I just read it from God's word. It is what it is. I didn't make this. It ain't my word. God say it's an abomination, and he driving them out. We living in a time right now that is so crucial. We are in spiritual war right now. And to have people that have the audacity to get on social media and make a mockery of a dead man and, acting as if he's talking, she's talking, or who he or she talking to the dead, you got some nerve. And everybody need to be careful if they are confiding in these people. That's not God. You don't let nobody speak over your life. The Bible said death and life is in the power of the tongue. You speak for your own self. You don't have to go and inquire with no medium or no fortune teller, about nothing. I watched one of these videos, y'all. She said, I guess MO3 wired her $500 for a reading. I heard her say that. And one of his friends turned him on to her. That's sad. I don't know how long that was, but I mean, in between when he inquired with her to the point that he ended up, getting shot. But I watched her video, so I could call it right. I ain't gonna speak on it too much, but I just wanted to, go to God's word. That's all I wanted to do, y'all. Y'all can, come up with what you want as far as your own conclusions or whatnot, but that's just not good. It's not of God, and don't be fooled. She might be talking to some spirits, but it ain't MO3. I would want this man to rest in peace. He has his crosses to bear. It ain't my place to even speak on his life because I didn't know him. But, he has videos. He has said things. And like I say, God, word say death and life is in the power of the tongue. So, again, in regards to, her talking to him, I don't think so. But anyway, I'm gonna leave it at that. I just wanted to, go to God's word. Y'all got the verses. Y'all got the chapter, the verses. Deuteronomy chapter 18, verse 10 through 12. I could go deeper, but I'm not a preacher. I ain't finna try to be one. I'm just, I'm a firm believer in God's word. I believe what it says, and that's what it says. That's what she doing. And to get money off of it, whew, she good. I gotta give her props. I ain't mad at her. Do your thing, baby. Yeah, there's plenty of pastors just like you that's up here tickling these people's vulnerable spots and getting money. Like, you're good. You good. I can't do it. I mean, I don't even think I got any gifts to do that type of stuff. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. God bless y'all. I hope you got something from it. Again, subscribe to my channel, the SBS. There's a lot more in store for me to talk to you guys about because it's a lot going on right now. And it's just the time to go ahead and put it into perspective. So you guys have a blessed day, and I'll talk to you soon.